You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Cyrus interrogated and Sonny pushing Carly back into her corner, back into a cage, if you will. We've got predictions for Isaiah and Michael, for Sonny and Carly, for Cyrus and Dex, for Nina and Drew, and for Willow and Drew. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not subscribed, please click that button. Let's get started with our first prediction. I think Isaiah is going to make a miracle move and save Michael from a digitalis death. So on Friday, Cyrus heard Alexis and Diane talking about Michael being badly burned, and despite Portia banning him, Cyrus snuck into the hospital and injected Michael with digitalis like he did Sam and Dex. Sicko Cyrus thinks he is playing God and offering Michael the sweet release of death because he's in pain. And by the way, third-degree burns are the least painful type of burn. I don't think the GH writers did their homework very well because the burns actually burn off the nerve endings so you can't feel as much. Anyway, by Monday, Isaiah and Lucas are in Michael's room. So clearly his code blue alarms went off and he is crashing like Dex and Sam did. The thing is, the first couple of times they didn't know it was digitalis, so they were responding like it was a standard post-op cardiac arrest crash. I checked and there actually is an antidote to digitalis overdose. I won't bother you with the scientific name, but it exists. So Isaiah may suspect this is another digitalis attack and decides to treat it with the antidote instead of the usual code blue protocol. It is a risk, and Lucas is very worried and warns Isaiah, but I think he's going to go ahead and trust his gut, and it's going to save Michael. And then we're going to see him shipped off to a long-term burn care unit, something like that, because of his injuries, because either way, Chad Duell is out and Michael should survive, and it may be all thanks to Isaiah. Our second prediction, Sonny forces Carly back into her lane. So last week, Carly greenlit Diane taking away Willow's kids. And on Friday, with Martin and Nina pressing her to use her power, Willow stepped in and told Portia that Carly doesn't get to decide anything about Michael's care because she is his medical proxy. So we're going to pick back up with that on Monday, January 13th, with spoilers saying Carly warns Willow, don't go down this road. The thing is, Willow already thinks Carly started them down this road, and it is, of course, messy. Meanwhile, Nina pulls Sonny aside to bend his ear about don't waste precious time while your son is in crisis. Stop Carly from playing these games with our grandkids. And Nina actually convinces Sonny to compromise, according to the official spoilers. So maybe Sonny has finally learned a lesson about taking kids from their parents. I mean, maybe not, because he's still doing it with Ava. But aside from that, if you remember, Michael told Sonny he didn't want a nasty custody war with Willow. He wanted to compromise, and he said the only reason he sent her those scary divorce papers demanding full custody was to scare her into meeting him in the middle. And Sonny knows what Michael wants and what his plan was, and he knows Michael never wanted the kids to be ripped around like Sonny and Carly did with Morgan and Michael when they were kids, and they broke up repeatedly. As for Carly, she's doing what she wants because she's mad. She's mad at Willow. She's mad about what happened to Michael. And she's not doing what Michael wants. She's doing what she wants to do. You know, like it or not, she is, because she doesn't know what Michael wants. He only told Sonny. So I think Sonny is going to shut Carly down, tell her, drop that custody order, give the kids back to Willow. And I mean, how awful, despite Willow's skankiness, which I think we can all agree on, for the kids to not have their mom when their dad is possibly dying, that's awful. To keep the kids away, and being with Carly or whoever is not a substitute for being with their mother in a time of crisis. I don't think she's going to like it, but I think basically Willow's going to have to swap Michael for her kids, and Carly may just have to suck it up and go with it because that's what Sonny's probably going to push for. Our third prediction, Cyrus is hauled into the PCPD for interrogation in Dex's stabbing attack. So on Friday, Jack Brennan gave Jocelyn a crumb to go on. He knows Cyrus stabbed Dex. He saw it on the video, but he can't hand it over because it's a local thing the WSB is not supposed to butt into. He told her to talk to the witnesses because he figures someone will be able to point her in the right direction. And then Joss talked to Felicia, who finally remembered the thing that had been bugging her brain, nagging at her that she forgot. Cyrus's bell stopped during the few minutes when Dex was stabbed. So Wednesday, January 15th, spoilers for this week, say Anna grills a suspect. So I wonder if Joss and Felicia go back to Anna and Felicia amends her witness statement with this information she has recalled, and then Anna hauls Cyrus in for questioning. And I also wonder if Anna asks Joss why she was questioning Felicia, and she tells her that Jack encouraged her to. Maybe Anna is going to go ask Jack if he knows something he's not saying. I don't know if Brennan would give her the footage to take down Cyrus, maybe, maybe not, but definitely Cyrus needs to go before he takes more innocent lives. Our fourth prediction, Nina threatens Drew, but he hits back hard. Nina is in a rage. She thinks Drew got Willow's kids taken from her. That's how she sees it. I actually agree. He lured Willow to D.C. Michael found out she took Wiley without permission, which was stupid, and he filed those divorce docs for full custody. Neither Nina nor Willow know that Michael was playing tough to set up a bargaining position, but was intending to compromise. They assume worst case scenario because Michael isn't around to talk because he's, in this induced coma thing, unconscious, sedated. So Tuesday, January 14th, spoilers say Nina lays into Drew. They are arguing at her place. And on Thursday, the 16th, Nina opens up to Ava. So I do suspect Nina gets Sonny to have Carly back down, give back the kids. But Nina knows Drew being in Willow's life is an ongoing problem, and she wants him away from her daughter. But Drew has decided he's in love with Willow, and I think he's going to tell Nina that. And when she claps back, Drew might accuse her of being jealous. I think that'll infuriate her. So I wonder if Nina is going to threaten Drew that she will tell Willow they were sleeping together if he doesn't break it off. If she does, I expect Drew to say, go ahead and do it. She'll hate you more than she'll hate me. And kind of play emotional chicken with Nina, because it is mutually assured destruction, because Willow might be furious at both of them. So maybe Nina should reconsider going back to Curtis's plan to take that affair public with Willow and Drew and hope that Drew calls it off. Except knowing what we all know watching the show, I don't think he will. Our fifth and final prediction, Willow and Drew may fight off the Quartermaines together. So a spoiler from the 2025 GH preview says Drew and Willow begin a official and public relationship after Michael exits the scene. I suspect he's off to long-term care. And then there's a spoiler this week saying Tracy tries to convince Jason of something. And in the 2025 preview spoilers, they also say the Quartermaines rally together against Drew. And maybe they're going to try and kick him out of ELQ, kick him out of their lives. But as Michael's wife, as long as they're still married, Willow should hold his proxy for his ELQ shares. And the last time I heard numbers, I thought he had like 18% and that Drew had like 20%. I heard that around October, I think. And between his shares and Oscar's, and then Michael is controlling, I think, maybe Jake's. And anyway, so they got some stock back from Valentine that was supposed to be redistributed among the younger generation, and Ned was wanting to have that proxy vote, but Michael wouldn't agree because he was still trying to kind of keep Ned out of power. So Drew could give Willow his proxy also, so she could be sitting on close to 40%, and depending on how the shifting of the stock worked out, maybe even close to 50%. So Willow could actually stop the family from coming at Drew and kicking him out of the family business, and that would be pretty interesting.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.